Hey guys, the Super Review Show for another episode of Why You Should Listen to. This is the show where I break down artists on Spotify that have low Spotify streaming numbers, or the artist is that great, timeless, and incredible live. Check out this artist no matter what. And here we are today talking about Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson has been around the block for 85 years. He just celebrated his 85th birthday not too long ago, this month in February of 2025, actually, believe it or not. So he is now 85 years old and still tours across the country. He still goes on tour, and his show is very, very entertaining. I was lucky enough to see him live on my birthday in 2022. He was a fantastic show. Just truly a true artist on stage. He told a lot of stories about the Motown era of music for the American history. He told a lot of stories about his life. He's a really fun show. If you have the chance to catch him live if you can. If he's coming to a town or a venue near you at all, please check him out if you can. He goes to. I'm not sure his tour date specifically, but I know there's one coming up. He's coming up again sometime soon. Anyways, here in the New York area. But anyways, I digress. So anyways, Smokey Robinson he first started out as the lead singer of the Miracles. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles had a ton of hits. Like, You Really Got a Hold on Me. Why am I drawing a blank all of a sudden? Anyways, they had a ton of hits. They had so many hits in the 60s. But then Smokey and the Miracles kind of broke up in a sense, but Smokey went solo. Smokey Robinson later went on to do his own career. In the late 60s into the 70s, of just how life was evolving in general over time in the late 60s into the 70s. So he was becoming his own solo act. He released a couple of albums in the 70s, and he released a single called Cruisin' in 1979, which is a really great song, truthfully. But he did play that song live. It's very seductive, if you will. He's been known to be a little bit like enticing over the course of his career. Needless to say, he's still a very fun show though to go see. Like I said, when I did see him, he did sing a lot of like Motown era songs. Like You Really Got a Hold on Me. The Tracks of My Tears is another great song of his. Fantastic. Motown and soul era, he was like the pioneer of it, and he'll go on record and tell. You can do your own research on this too, but basically, Smokey Robinson has said on record that in the 60s and 70s, whereas like most music companies had like businessmen at the helm of their Warner Brothers, their Paramounts, their Sonys, whatever. They had a music man at the helm named Berry Gordy. Now, I'm not getting into the super technical side of stuff, but Berry Gordy was the head of Motown, and he's still alive. He's been alive now for 90 something years of his life. It's crazy. He founded Motown Records in Detroit, and he made some of the best black music out there. Truthfully, some of the best music out there in general. Just period. End of discussion. Some of the best you've ever heard on record. It fits the time period, but it's also timeless. So it's fantastic. Anyways, Berry Gordy, great. Look him up too. Do some research on Berry Gordy if you haven't already. But I was gonna say too, Smokey Robinson. Yeah. There's not too many of him left. So when I say to you, why should you listen to Smokey Robinson? It's because if you have the chance to go, I personally go to as many shows as I do of artists I like or artists I want to see because I'm not sure when they're going to be around again. Smokey Robinson's 85 years old. I saw him when he was 83 or 82 years old. That's kind of scary. But I love that era of music so much. I wanted to dive into it. I've seen the Temptations. I've seen the Four Tops. I've seen the Spinners. I've seen Kool the Gang. I've seen Average White Band. I've seen these artists live because I'm not sure how much longer they're going to perform. I saw Peter Noon from the British Invasion recently too. Go check out our Instagram feed. That was something. I'll tell you that. He actually follows us, which is kind of crazy. So, but Smokey, man, the dude has been around the block. He's been around the world, touring venues left and right, theaters across the country, across the world, the Apollo Theater especially, and he really has shown how he is. His music is timeless, needless to say. I said this about a lot of artists before, but specifically him. His music is and him as an artist, he's a timeless artist. When he dies, it's going to be a very sad day. Because he is old, but he's also still producing music. One of his most recent releases was called, yes, I'm not kidding when I say this, Gasms. It was so seductive and so sexually driven music. It was like, oh my God, why are you making this kind of weird, obscure thing? It was weird. Anyways, I digress. It was a weird time. Anyways, but Smokey Robinson one of the pioneers of music, period. One of the best to ever do it, period. One of the strongest vocalists of a time period, of a generation, needless to say. So, but anyways, so for those reasons and more, I think that's why you should listen to Smokey Robinson. Just because he's one of the best to ever do it. He's a timeless artist, and if you haven't dove into his career, dive into it now while you have the chance to on Spotify. Just go listen to the best of the Miracles, the best of Smokey Robinson, the best of Motown, and you'll diversify your tastes too. When like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Smokey Robinson was also part of the Miracles, and the Miracles were friends with the Temptations. The Temptations were friends with the Spinners, and you'll branch the Marvelettes. You'll branch out into other music that may not fit your average day-to-day life, but it's something that's worthwhile checking out, needless to say. So anyways, I digress. What do you guys think? Have you heard of Smokey Robinson? Jump down in the comment section below and share your thoughts on this video as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to follow us on our social media pages as well. Simply at The Super Review Show. For all of your why you should listen to videos and many more, keep it locked on The Super Review Show. The J-Man off to rock. We'll see you guys later.